We all have our obstacles. We all have our reasons why we can't follow Jesus and carry Jesus to other people. But when we start paralleling those reasons and even those excuses beside the promises of God, they begin to fade. So I showed up to Biltmore Church in 2010, and truthfully, I was just looking to be discipled. And Pastor Bruce began to preach a message. It was out of Proverbs, actually.
His work was down on a cross for the sins of mankind, and he put you in a job to make a difference.
And I just remember thinking to myself, this is a man who has a heart like Jesus and a backbone of steel. And so I was all in. So I started volunteering. I started showing up to our young adult service, which was happening on Sunday night.
Well, I had heard of Jeremy and Artie kind of rising up in our volunteers. And I think the first real interaction I had with him was a staff singles basketball game after the old Sunday night vertical services. And then I think actually during the basketball game, I was like, hey, we need to get lunch.
Next thing I know, I get an invitation from Pastor Bruce to go to lunch. Can he just start speaking life into my calling? He starts encouraging me to keep my focus on Christ. And he even mentioned that there might be some opportunities down the road.
I think he went to an intern, and then he went from an intern to different positions, and then, finally, several years ago with the West Asheville campus.
So we've had the privilege of being on staff at Biltmore for the past 10 years. And it was in year 8 when the Spirit of God really came in close on our calling. And he started asking us some really scary questions. One of the questions was, are you absolutely committed to doing what I ask you to do? And the other question is, are you absolutely surrendered to where I want to send you? And that's when the wrestling match really began. We began to pray, we began to seek, we began to struggle. I just remember sharing the possibility with Victoria.
My immediate and automatic response was no. I know that's probably not the right answer that you would expect a pastor's wife. Just the fear of leaving so much known and comfort for the unknown just had me paralyzed with fear, honestly.
We're in a place where we're established. We know people know us, we have friends, this familiarity, we're both natives of Western North Carolina, and this was really a call to trust an unknown future in the hands of a well-known God. When you think about Myrtle Beach, a lot of things may come to your mind. Maybe you think about family vacations growing up. Maybe you think about bad decisions on a spring break, but God has completely reframed that narrative by giving us a burden for Myrtle Beach. And so when we think about Myrtle Beach, we think about a place that's not just a vacation destination, but a place that is ripe for gospel mission. The spiritual need in Metro Myrtle Beach is enormous. 75% of those who live in the greater Myrtle Beach area are without a meaningful connection to a local church. Metro Myrtle Beach is the second fastest growing metro area in the entire country 3 years in a row. And it just so happens that just inland from the coast of Myrtle Beach is Coastal Carolina University.
With Jeremy and him coming up through all the different progressions we've been able to see and witness, and then Victoria becoming part of his life, and then little Eleanor becoming part of his life, and then some of our folks going to help launch that thing in Myrtle Beach. It's deeply meaningful.
Christ took the cross to show us how to sacrifice well.
And we realize that the ultimate purpose for which God placed us on this planet is spreading the good news of the gospel to people who have yet to hear it, who still need it.